Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-March 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as many of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of March, so like any big items coming through there. Column number 2, we're going to talk about anything related to money. Column number 3 is going to be anything related to love. And column number 4 is going to be a message from our future self or spirit guides. Almost like advice to take into the month of March with you. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. So let's get into it. Again, column number 1, any big items worth calling out going into the end of the month. So, Cancer, first up we have the summary affirmation card of surface. I really like this card because I feel like sometimes this is a concept people don't understand. But think about having a bubble around you, Cancer, and only good things can cross the surface of this bubble. Everything else just kind of has to bounce off of you, roll off of you. So yeah, only your circle, your bubble, your protectant only absorbs the good things, and everything else just kind of rolls off. You're unaffected by those other things that are not good for you. So try and think about having that bubble around you, which is great. Let's see, it kind of helps protect you. But let's see what's going on here. So first up we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like a gossip drama type card. So I feel like we need to stay away from the gossip, the drama, the water cooler talk. I would avoid those kind of things here. Again, those are some of those things that should hit our bubble and propel off the surface, right? We don't want the gossip. We don't want the he said, she said. We don't want the inside scoop. We don't want any of it. So stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the drama if you can. I feel like somebody is like watching you, but they're not watching you in a good way. So be aware of that too. The next card we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. This is like kind of quiet time for you, and I feel like this is more about like just pulling away from it. Removing yourself from the gossip, the drama, whatever could be happening there, Cancer. Just taking a step back, giving yourself quiet space. Again, only doing things that are for the best, and leaving everything else out there. At the bottom we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. So this is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. I do feel like there could be a new friend, a new loved one, perhaps new baby for some of you. Maybe a friend having a baby even, or like there's a grandbaby on the way perhaps. The baby energy feels pretty strong here, but it may or may not be yours, right, Cancer? But I just feel like there's a new relationship. So these first 2 cards are kind of one message, and this bottom card seems to be speaking to something else. But yeah, I would just lay low. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the drama. But let's take a look here. First up, we have the Queen of Wands as a clarifier. This is very self-aware. So again, I'm telling you here, Cancer, that I feel like people are not, there's some not good intentions there. Like prying eyes is the meaning of the card. So I feel like people are looking not in a good way. There's gossip, there's drama. So just be self-aware and avoid. The next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of being very traditional, being very conventional. This can be like a card of expectations. This can be a relationship card as well. So again, I feel like we are kind of leaning away from this relationship where there could be some gossip or drama going on right now. Kind of giving it a break. Also, like maybe we like talk or see or hang out with them every day. So maybe a little change to the routine could be good to, again, just kind of step away from any gossip, drama, conflict that could be hanging out there. I feel like no matter how I adjust these, they're not all in the picture. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, and then at the bottom we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card. There's just a lot going on, Cancer. There's a lot of different things. So if you look at this card, there's something different happening in each cup. This can also be like kind of a non-committal card. So again, I feel like if there's plans with this person where there's the drama, the gossip, the conflict, it could be best to not go, to not commit. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully that helps. Let's take a look at our next column now, which is anything related to money. So quick money message for you, Cancer. Select an amount of money to count daily. The amount isn't important. As you count, visualize the amount you wish to manifest and how you will treat yourself with the money in the future. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. So first up, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating. We could be moving on to something new here. I feel like maybe some of this gossip, some of this drama could be at work, so that could be some of the retreat that we're seeing. But I do feel like some of you want to move on to something new too. So maybe that is one of the same, maybe it's not. But I feel like it's interesting. The desire is here, but I don't know that we are in motion yet, Cancer, is what I'm going to say here. So again, I feel like we want to move on to something new. I don't know if we're actively moving on to something new yet here, but I do feel like we're a little withdrawn. We're not maybe fully vested. We're a little checked out here. The next card we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. It's very spiritually in tune. Again, I feel like we're withdrawn, we're pulled back for a reason. We're kind of checked out for a reason, whether again it's the gossip, the drama situation, or you're just not fully in it anymore. But I feel like that's like the universe and your intuition signaling that there needs to be a change. At the bottom, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is the decision. So again, I feel like we're just not happy, but we need to make the decision. Are we going to move on this or not? And that's what we have down here is the Two of Wands. This is also coming through as planning. If some of you have vacation or a little travel, I feel like that could ease some of these kind of meh feelings. So that could give you some relief, taking a little bit of time away. So the travel with the Two of Wands. But again, I feel like it's the decision there of what do we want? What's our move? Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a card of luxury. This is a card of enjoyment. Obviously, most of us work because we have to. So this is saying, it's like we have a job because we have to, right? But I don't know that the enjoyment's there, and that's kind of some of the withdrawal and peace. So I do feel like we need to be thinking about something that we could do that we would enjoy that would make us money here in Cancer, because I feel like that's a big missing for us. Not everyone gets to love the work they do, but I definitely feel like it could be better than it is. And I do feel like there's potential. This is a really hopeful card here with the Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of potential to make money doing this thing that it is that you love. So just a little food for thought there for you. The next card we have is the Four of Swords. This is needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Like I said, if you guys have a weekend away or like a little vacation planned or something, I feel like that will really help kind of raise the energy. Is it going to make you love your job? No. Is it going to make you feel better? Yes. So I feel like we're kind of at this burnt out, little bit of a low place here. At the bottom, we have the Three of Cups. This is a card of circle of support. Definitely lean in on your circle of support here. If you're trying to make this decision, if you're looking, also you could like reach out to friends and family and be like, hey, do you want to go like a weekend away or do something fun here? I do feel like there's somebody though that like could help you get another job, Cancer, if that was something you were interested in. So just keep that in mind. Like I feel like the circle of support, there's somebody that could open a door for you if you decide you really want to move forward from here. All right, moving on to our next column, anything related to love. So a quick love message for you. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter into our lives. Let go and all will work out. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, again, whatever you associate with love. So the first card that we have here is the World card. So the World card is like completing a goal or completing a lesson. What did we just learn here, Cancer? Because it was something. We just like have a life love lesson, or we completed a big milestone. I'm feeling like, again, there was some sort of love lesson learned, or we completed some milestone here with the World card. The next card we have is the Strength card. This is actually a really wonderful love card, but it starts with self-love for the most part. This is self-respect, self-love, and then that really bleeds into unconditional love. So I'm just going to throw this out here because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Maybe it's only one of you, but going for it anyways. I feel like in order to give the unconditional love to your family, your friends, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, it may be, I feel like we need to do a little bit of self-love here. So it's like your self-love is so low right now that there's no love to give. So just keep that in mind. I do feel like we need to be doing a little bit of self-love here. At the bottom, we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of self-defense, protecting yourself against competition. Again, it's just like I feel like we get into this fight or flight mode and we are like on the fight piece. So again, we need to do a little bit of self-love. There's nothing to give here, right? We can only defend ourselves so much. You can only do so much when you're on E. So maybe perhaps whatever this is that just wrapped up and closed, that will really help kind of recharge. But be thinking about self-love first. Again, I feel like your battery is low, so there's just not a lot to give right now, Cancer. This is good though, a nice shift here. So we have the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, which is great to see because I really feel like we need to renew the energy. So again, whatever this lesson was that learned or this thing that we just completed, that's definitely going to give us more energy, raise our energy, which I like to see because again, I feel like your battery was feeling low here, Cancer. The Page of Cups, this is a great love card. It's very studious, very hardworking. There's a lot of work that goes into love, but put that work in on you first and then you'll kind of naturally have that love to give again. If you're hoping to enter a relationship, this could be a good card too. The Page of Cups is a new love card, but again, I feel like you're going to want to do the self-love before because there's just, again, not a lot of love to give right here, right now. Tying back to this first Ace of Cups too, there does seem to be some sort of new relationship, baby, friend, something happening. So some new love somewhere. And at the bottom, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is, again, feeling like we're in a low spot. There's nothing to give with the Seven of Wands. There's nothing to give with the Ten of Pentacles. You see the sky is dark. The person's laying down flat. They have all these swords stuck into them. So we really got to fix our own energy, raise our own energy first here, Cancer, before we have a lot of other love to give. So focus on that self-love where you can. All right, looking at our fourth and final column, this is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card of magnetism. I love the magnetism card. I'm big on manifesting that positive mindset, power of positive mindset, being able to attract ourselves. The important thing with magnetism, so these next 2 weeks, you have to be thinking that everything you're doing is attracting things to you. So are we focusing on the right things? Are we putting the energy in the right place? Because again, you're attracting. So you want to make sure we're attracting the right things. If you're completely exhausted, then you're just going to attract more exhausted to yourself. If we focus on debt, then we attract more debt to ourselves. So be thinking about the positive and be realizing what we're bringing towards us. But I actually feel like this is really working out well for you. This will be a good shift. So it's like if we can get to that point where there's some positive, you're going to bring in more positive, which is great to see. First up, we have the Ten of Cups. If you watched my readings before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. My favorite card in the entire deck. We have this beautiful full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, there's water running, there's a house in the background. Again, there's definitely some potential for some new love, but this is total love, happiness, contentment. So I love to see this. And I used to think contentment really wasn't that great, and now that I've gotten older, I realize it's hard to be content. So I'm a big fan now. But I like the happiness, I like the contentment, I love the love energy that I'm seeing here. Again, there's some baby energy, some love energy, no doubt about it. The fourth cup here too, this is like receiving. These are getting gifts, and it's like if we can get to this little piece of contentment, then it opens this door for tons of happiness and contentment to come in, right? So it just takes this one little thing and then all of these gifts will start to come in. We also have the Lover's card. Again, I'm having a hard time pinpointing what this is. Of course, it's different things for different people. But the love energy is really strong. We have the Lover's card here. So this is love, partnership, strength together. Some really nice love cards sprinkled in here. Some baby friend type cards sprinkled in there as well. Let's take a look and see what other messages we have though. First up, we have the Nine of Swords. There's no doubt we're kind of in the low spot here. We're burnt out, we're running low. We need to do a little bit of rest, retreat, renewal, recovery, give ourselves a little bit of energy. Again, we just have to find that little bit of contentment, and it'll open that door for a lot for you here, Cancer, in the next few weeks. We have the Hangman. Things have been a little stagnant. We've just been kind of floating along. We've been waiting for it to get better. The nice thing is it's going to shift, and then again, once we have a little, you can have a lot, which is nice to see. At the bottom, we have the Eight of Wands too. This is speed, action, quick change. It truly opens the floodgate. So if I could give you any advice, Cancer, going into the end of this month, find something that brings you contentment, find something that brings you joy, happiness, love, any of those type of things, and that will make it tenfold much, much better for you. Again, it'll kind of open the floodgate of positivity. All right, taking a look at our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck, we are going to ask 3 yes or no questions. If you don't have 3 yes or no questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the Two of Hearts, number 19 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Nine of Spades, number 41 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 2, we have the Two of Spades, number 34 card. That's a yes. So 3 yeses across the board there for you, Cancer. We also are going to take a look at your crystal of the month from our Healing Stones deck. You had carnelian, which is good for urge of discoveries, vitality, really gives you courage and helps handle those everyday challenges with ease. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, you will begin to heal when you let go of past hurts, forgive those who have wronged you, and learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your March.